You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, General Hospital fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your weekly spoilers for Monday, April 1st through Friday, April 5th for the ABC soap opera. There's so much to unpack. We got so much good information on Friday about what Valentine is up to, why Sonny is acting off, and that carries over into huge action for next week. I'm so excited to talk to you guys about all this. If you haven't, though, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. And now let's dive right in. Monday, April 1st, 2024 is season 61, episode 144. And we've got Blaze over at Deception talking to them about maybe being the new face of Deception. Brooklyn Quartermaine is telling her this would be so great for her career, but Blaze's mom, Natalia Rogers-Ramirez, is there and takes over negotiations. I don't know. You know, I do think there's a little bit of conflict of interest because Brooklyn Quartermaine has stock in Deception, but she's also managing Blaze. So I do kind of see why her mom might be stepping in. Meanwhile, Diane talks to Alexis and they're figuring out a strategy for her appeal to get her law license back. But Alexis is not so sure that she should be pursuing this. So I don't know what's giving her the shakes about it, but we'll see. Jason Morgan comes over to see Elizabeth Weber and Jake Weber, and Elizabeth is very nice to him. She tells him that it was probably good that he waited until after the hearing because he might not have gotten such a warm greeting. Otherwise, it's actually Aiden who answers the door when he shows up. And this is really interesting. Elizabeth mentions that she was glad to hear the charges against him were dropped. So on Friday, of course, Anna heard from Dante that Jason didn't do it. And so it looks like they drop all the charges. I don't know if there's going to be some conversation around that. But what's interesting is one of those charges should have stuck, and that was conspiracy to commit murder because Jason was on the roof with a shooter who was trying to assassinate Sonny. That charge actually is legit and it should have stuck. So I'm very interested to see how and if they're going to explain rationalizing dropping that charge when he is very guilty of it. Even though he did save him, it's still very dodgy. Dante Falconeri confirms again the truth about his shooting and Jason's involvement, and it sounds like that he's talking more to Anna, but then he's also talking to Sonny. Sonny comes to see him, and Dante encourages him not to write off Jason, but Sonny's very angry and says Jason is dead to him. So, wow. Also, Anna talks with Sonny on Monday, and she puts him on notice. Maybe she'll confirm to him that the charges against Jason were dropped, something like that. We'll find out. Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024, season 61, episode 145. Dex Heller has a job interview at the PCPD. I wonder, does he bring a resume with him that says kicked out of the army, mercenary, and then mob henchman? Does he have like 3 things on his resume? It looks like he's a shoo-in for the job, but that resume is pretty sketchy, y'all. Drew Cain checks in on Nina Reeves at work. She's back at Crimson, but it looks like she's still the publisher at The Invader, but she'll be more hands off. And Drew had promised not to be up her backside about everything. So I'm very interested to see their dynamic on the job because I still would like to see them do some hot hate nookie over her desk at work. We'll see how it goes. I think he needs to work. You know, he wasn't very happy to see Carly hugging Jason in court. So I think he's got some things to work through, and Nina probably does as well. Carly and Michael confess something to each other. So I wonder if he's going to tell her that he was helping Jason now that Jason's in the clear, and, you know, maybe she's going to tell him that she did too. We'll see. John Cates has a new plan to take down Pikeman. Did you guys notice on Friday? Because Brennan, the guy who is in Pentonville, who was running Pikeman, of course, we now know that Valentine is running it in his absence, but Brennan's name is John Brennan. So what they did on Friday was Valentine started calling him Jack. And legitimately, Jack is a nickname for John. Like President John F. Kennedy was called Jack Kennedy by his friends and family. So it's not that it's not a nickname. It's just that they had brought in Brennan and given him the name John before they decided to bring back Jagger and have him not go by Jagger and go by John. So they had to draw a line in the sand. So Valentine kept going, Jack, Jack, Jack. And as I said to a friend of mine, it was just a lot of jacking on the Friday episode. So yes, that is Jack Brennan now. But John has a plan to take Pikeman down, even though Jack is in prison. And Jason has some more information to give to Anna. And of course, Valentine thinks he's safe. He thinks Jason has no idea because he threw out that fake stone lead. I don't know if that was actually a fake lead or the new writers have come in and they're trying to clean up some of the crap from the old writers. Either way, I'm there for it. I'm enjoying it. Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, episode 146 of the current season has Tracy and Stella crossing swords. Remember, they want Tracy to have that checkup, and they're basically making a big deal out of the fact that she has access to healthcare and isn't taking advantage of it. It's just a whole thing. Chase and Brooklyn Quartermaine need a favor from Dante, and I'm guessing they want permission to proceed with their ASAP wedding, something like that, because they are trying to get married before Gregory gets even worse. But of course, Dante's supposed to be, I'm trying to remember if Dante's his best man or if it was going to be Finn. At any rate, they definitely want Dante at the wedding, and Dante's still in the hospital bed. Hopefully he'll be up and around soon. Blaze talks to Kristina Corinthos and tells her about her new job. I'm assuming she does take the gig as the face of deception. Sasha Gilmore and Cody Bell finally talk about their feelings for each other. And Finn talks to Liz about his dad. He opens up. I'm sure he's going to tell her that his dad is getting a lot sicker. Thursday, April 4th, 2024, season 61, episode 147. And Sasha is showing off her cooking skills. I hope she's doing it for Cody and has him over for dinner. Dr. Terry Randolph is back on Thursday, and she has some advice for Tracy. And Jocelyn is in shock about something, and Curtis is there to comfort his daughter Trina. Maybe she feels cheated because the charges against Jason were dropped, because even though the thing with Dante didn't happen, that doesn't mean that he's not still suspected of taking that shot at Sonny on the Metro Court roof, although Jason has said he wasn't in town, but it's hard to prove a negative. We'll see how that goes. Kevin and Laura Collins come over to the hospital to check on Heather Weber post-op. And again, I still hope they're not going to try and let her loose, because she's been a maniac since the 80s. It's not just since that hip implant started leaking. She's been completely and totally bat crap insane for a long time, and she's a scary woman and needs to stay in jail. Although I love her, and I love Allie Mills in the role. I didn't think I was going to like the recast because I liked Robin Mattson so much, but I think Allie Mills has been a top-notch choice. Friday, April 5th, 2024 ends the week on episode 148 of season 61. Sam McCall is worried about Danny Morgan, and Drew Cain chews out Jagger. I wonder what that's about. Very interesting. Anna has some questions for Jack Brennan about Pikeman, and Joss argues with Kristina again. I'm assuming it's about Jason again. Lois helps her daughter BLQ, who is having a wedding dress crisis, and Sonny and Natalia get to know each other better. They had a talk the other day at Charlie's pub, because their daughters are dating, and he's trying to help Natalia wrap her mind about it. Sonny understands being raised Catholic and some of the issues, and I don't want to upset anybody here. I've seen some people in the comments are like, oh, not everybody in the Catholic Church is like that. I agree, and I understand, and I have friends that are Catholic, but I'm just talking about what they're writing on the show, and that's how they're writing it. So we'll see how that goes. I wonder if Ava is going to see Sonny talking to Natalia and get jealous because she finally got a kiss out of him. Did you guys see that coming? I didn't. I was so excited. I screamed at my TV. My husband came running out and said, "What is it?" And I said, "Sonny and Ava kissed." And he's like, "Why would he kiss her?" So even my husband, who doesn't watch soaps, knows that was a big, big deal. Those are all of the spoilers I have for you. And if you will hang real tight for just 1 second, I'm going to show you the little GH promo for Monday's episode that usually plays at the end of the episode in case you want to see it. Please click subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely come back soon, because we are here talking General Hospital 7 days a week. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt on your top #1 most followed YouTube soap opera channel. And here is that GH promo in case you want to see it.
This is a really smart step for your career.
That's unacceptable.
I'm just not sure that I should proceed with this.
It's a win-win.
Why don't you get the full story first before you write him off?
Why are you here?
He's dead to me.